so in the previous class we had done some of the introduction of population, what is the population and what are the some of the attributes of the population which population has got, not the individual. We have studied that the population does not have birth and death, rather they have got birth and death, birth rate and death rate. Then we have studied that the individual has got its own sex, it may be either male or female, whereas the population does not have a sex but it has got sex ratio. Then the individual has got certain age. You may ask anyone, how old are you? 15 years, 10 years, 16 years, 30 years, 45, 60 years, whatever. But the population do not have any age. Rather, what we are, according to demography, we classify them or categorize them into three different groups: the pre-reproductive, reproductive, and post-reproductive. Okay. Then we have also done that is what is meant by the population, what is meant by population density, how to calculate population, how to count individual, and then different methods we have studied. Like in the human population, that is what you call census which we are having, where somebody will come in a house and will sit and he will take out his own register and he'll ask how many members are there, how many male, how many female, how many old are there, which are age group, who is working, where is working, how it is earning. So when the census people will come, then we will come to know how the census of human population is done. But that is not a way of the census of animals or the plants. If you go to any forest, okay, they have got different criteria and they need not to go to such detail also. Anyway, those are some of the things. Now we shall study population growth. We know that the population will never remain same, and that is why I said that when the population is to be defined, we have to give the year, we have to give the month, we have to give the time. If it is micro population, we have to give certain time also, this many minutes. If it is some bigger animals or plants, then probably we may have to give some month or even a year will be sufficient. Suppose we are talking about the neem tree found in any area, so it is not going to grow all of a sudden. Okay? So 1 year, that means more or less same number of trees will be there throughout the year. So that is not be a big problem. But if we talk about some herbivores, their number may drastically change within months. Okay. So there the time has to be specified. Maybe time can be as small as minutes to seconds to days to week to months to year. Okay. So these are important things which we are defining population. Now we are going to study that is the growth, how population growth differs and what are the reason of the growth. Okay, we are always talking about the population, the growth of population, human population in India is very high. At the time of independence, where we were simply 30 millions and today we are 130 billion ke kareeb aa gaye. So that is the population of human is increasing very rapidly, very higher rate of growth is there. But it may not be the same for other species. We even increase the food production to multifold. That is also because of the increase in the number of plants. That is the area under cultivation we have increased, so that the more number of plants could be grown, so that more number of products can be obtained. The population can be increased or population can be decreased. When we talk about the endangered species, when we talk about the tigers, when we talk about the number of eagles, now when we talk about the number of hawks, when we talk about the number of crocodiles, we see that the growth are negative. Okay? They are not increasing as per it should be. That is why number of forests are there where the number of tigers and lions and panthers and the top predators are not there, and that is disturbing the whole ecosystem. Anyway, we are going to study about the growth. The size of the population for any species is not a static parameter. It will go on change. Okay, now it keeps changing in the time depending on the various type of factors, including food availability, predation, pressure, and reduced weather, etc. Okay, food availability is one of the biggest criteria, because if the food is not there, naturally the animal will start invading to the nearby population, nearby ecosystem or habitats. Okay, and sometimes when there is a plenty of food, the animals can come from the other places also. Predation is again very important thing. That is, if the animals are not safe, naturally they will not stay there. Or if the excess predation is there, the population will drastically decrease. Reduce. Weather is very important. ठीक है. So these are the things. Now in fact it is these changes in the population density that gives us some of the idea of what is happening in the population. So if the population is increasing, it is directly indicating that the conditions are favorable there, the things are good there, the food is plentifully available, there is less predation or there is less competition, and that is why the population is increasing. But if the population is decreasing, that means something is wrong. ठीक है. Now in a room there may be 500 mosquitoes, the population of mosquitoes is very high, ठीक है, and some person comes and sprays some of the pesticide and 420 died, 80 are remain. Now you count after 5 minutes and you find that the number of mosquitoes are only 80. So what indication does it give? You will not say that अच्छा मर गए होंगे यार, उनका टाइम हो गया होगा. अरे all of a sudden 420 mosquitoes cannot die. That means there was some catastrophe. The catastrophe can be man-made or it can be natural. ठीक है. तो कुछ ना कुछ तो खतरनाक हुआ है वहाँ पे. So that is how the indication goes. ठीक है. If the number of that, when we talking about the number of pelicans which was started decreasing in US, that is Michigan Lake. So that was an indication that something is going wrong. Okay, so population either increases suddenly or population decreases suddenly. Both are giving some indication that is something, some changes are taking place. If the population of herbivores are increased, that means the two reasons may be there. The plenty of food may be available, and second, the number of predators are less. Okay, so these are the indications. So whatever might be the ultimate reason, the density of a population in a given habitat during a given period fluctuates due to the change in the 4 basic processes. 2 of them are positive and 2 of them are negative. 2 positive comes in natality and immigration. That is either the new individuals are added by birth or the new individuals are added from other population diet, that is called immigration. And 2 are negative, that is either they are dying or they are going to some other ecosystem or other habitat. So natality is the birth rate, the mortality is the death rate, immigration is that is income of the organisms, and immigration that is outcome of or outgoing of the organisms. Okay? So these are the things. This is a very simple pictorial representation which is given here. The population density is represented by n, natality is increasing, immigration is increasing, mortality is decreasing, and immigration is decreasing. Okay? So these are things. So if the population density at time t, इनिशियल पॉपुलेशन n ले लेते हैं, तो टाइम t के बाद में क्या होगा, दैट इज n t प्लस 1. इनिशियल पॉपुलेशन इज n t लिया है इसमें. ठीक है. तो इनिशियल पॉपुलेशन n t, तो आफ्टर t प्लस 1 टाइम में क्या होगा, द पॉपुलेशन एट t प्लस 1 टाइम इज इक्वल टू n t प्लस बर्थ एंड immigration minus death and immigration. So that will give you total number of changes. So now b plus I can be increased, then the population will go on increasing. If b plus I is less than t plus e, then the population will fall short, that is decreasing. So you can see that from the above equation. चलिए मैं दोबारा क्या बताऊँ उसको, सेम चीज वही मैंने अभी जो आपको बताया. ठीक है. तो चलिए यहाँ से कुछ पहले, अंडर नॉर्मल कंडीशन बर्थ एंड डेथ रेट, आई एम रीडिंग हियर. Under normal condition, the birth and the death rate are most important factor influencing population. क्योंकि immigration and immigration is a temporary. ठीक है. Birth and death वो तो उनकी नेटिलिटी है, वो मतलब नेटिव प्लेस है, दे हैव टू बी देयर ओनली. तो वो वहीं जिएंगे और वहीं मरेंगे, तो वो उनके ओरिजिनल है. दैट इज immigration and immigration may be a temporary phase. ठीक है. They must have come into this population because of some reason and they must have gone out because of some reason. तो उसको हम इतना ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दे रहे. Okay, children. So we are studying that in the population density, how it increases or changes with the 4 factors, that is the immigration, immigration, birth rate and death rate. Now we are going to study growth models. There are 2 types of growth models are there. One is the logistic and second is exponential. Okay, 2 growth models are given here, that is the logistic growth model and exponential growth model. First we are going to study about the exponential growth model. Exponential, as it says, that is, it will go on increasing. But till where? We know that if the population, say for example, this is the number of individuals and this is time. So with the time, what you will find that the population is slowly increasing, and then what will happen? They will go on increasing rapidly, going on increasing, and will not show any more else. We'll keep it till here. So what is there? That is, as the conditions are favorable, the resources are unlimited, the population will go on increasing, but no ecosystem can support population growth for indefinite time. There will a time come when the things will become scarce, and then the population will start falling. So see, exponential growth. The resources, that the food and space availability is obviously essential for the unimpeded growth of the population. Ideally, when the resources in the habitat are unlimited, the population of each species will go on increasing. Okay. Each species has an ability to realize the fully its innate potential to grow in number, as Darwin observed, and developing in his theory of natural selection. Darwin said that even if we start with one pair of elephant, that is one elephant and one she elephant, if we start with, in 750 years we will have 1 billion elephants. Even today we don't have 1 billion elephants. That doesn't mean that from 750 years back there was not even one pair of elephants. That means between these time period and Darwin's ideas there is something lacking. What is the lacking factor? That Darwin considered the factors are, the resources are innate, but the resources are not innate, first of all. Secondly, there is always a competition, and the competition again will limit it. There may be predators, they may again limit the population. So if the resources are unlimited, there is no competition, there is no type of predation, there is no other type of that the conditions are most favorable, then the population will go on increasing. You see, as soon after the rainy season, when soon after the summers, when the rainy season starts and the atmosphere becomes humid, the things start decomposing. That is the time when the number of flies goes on increasing. Now the flies are getting everything plenty of resources are there, no predators are there, favorable conditions are there, so their number will go on and on and on and on increasing. But how long? Once the winter starts onsetting, the number of flies all of a sudden disappears. Now where are they gone? Why they are not still continuing? Because the environmental factor become negative, or the resources may become negative. Okay? So the population of none of the species can ever increase, because resources and the environmental condition, they cannot always go favorable. So the population growth in exponential or geometric fashion, if a population size n of the birth rate B and the death rate is represented by D, the increase in the population in n during a unit time, that is t, will be dn upon dt, that is differentiation. Dn upon dt is equal to b minus d into n, or rather we can see b minus d, that is called the intrinsic factor of natural increase. Here it is given b minus d, that is represented by r, and r is what? R is the equation, in this equation is called intrinsic factor of natural increase. That is what that population, that ecosystem or that habitat supports, that is how much increase can be there. That is how much birth rate will be there and how much death rate will be there. If birth rate overgrows, then the death rate, the population will go on increasing. If the birth rate reduces and the death rate increases, the population will start falling. Okay? So dn upon dt is equal to Rn, where R is the intrinsic rate of growth, okay, natural increase, and n is the initial population. Okay. So to give some idea of the magnitude of R value, the Norwegian rat R is equal to 0.015. You may find that this is a very small number. Okay. But yet the number of Norwegian rats are increasing their population. Okay. The wheat flour, the insect which you get into the wheat, who stores the wheat. So those black color insect, tiny insect, they are called wheat flour beetles. Their growth rate is, that is the R rate of those is 0.12. In compared to the Norwegian rate, you see it is almost 10 times more. So wheat flour, if you have ever experienced, if the wheat flour has got few insects, you may think कि चले जाएंगे, or you may put some medicine, or you may just wait. You may think we'll go to market, then we'll bring the medicine and we'll put the number, and you forgot it, or due to some reason or other you did not go to the market. And after 5 days, after 10 days, after 15 days, or after a month, when you see the sample, the number of insects, then each this thing handful of wheat which you got from the sample, you will get large number of insects in it. The number of insects are rapidly increasing because the intrinsic rate of increase is 0.12. That is a very high rate. In India, the human population growth rate was 0.0205. That is much higher than the Norwegian rats even. Okay? And you can imagine, that means human population in India is how far it is increasing. That means the Norwegian rat in the natural habitat, how they must be increasing. So that is what the idea of quantum. Okay. Now the above equation describes the exponential or geometric growth pattern of the population, and it results J-shaped curve. J-shape. But remember, it will not go forever. It will come down, and all of a sudden it will come down because the resources then all of a sudden become unfavorable or limited. When we plot n in relation to time, if you are familiar with the basic calculus, then you can get this from this equation, and t is equal to n0 ERT, where E is the exponent and R is the intrinsic rate of natural increase and t is the time. तो E को जो है उसकी वैल्यू बना रखी है. The value of E is given is equal to 2.71828. ठीक है. So if any questions come based on that, you have to solve. Okay. So yeah. Now to just to understand this geometric growth of pattern of the growth, there is an analogy given here. That is a king and his minister. They were playing chess. You know that the chess board has got 64 blocks, 8 columns and 8 rows. 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 8. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and यहाँ 8. So he said कि if the minister says that if I win, which he was not winning because king ही होते हैं. If king may get angry, he may do anything. He may ask, just behead him. ठीक है, मेरे से हार रहा, मेरे से जीत रहा है, मेरे को हरा रहा है. So he used to harrow every day, and the king thought, bad fellow, he thought that the minister doesn't know to play. So he used to enjoy. So one day that the minister got a chance, he said, okay, sir, I'll play, but एक शर्त रखेंगे. बोला, हो तेरे को जो चाहिए, whatever you want, you can ask. He said, no, I don't want too much. We'll have one thing that if I win, you have to give me wheat, and that also how. On the first block you have to give 1 grain, second block double of this, that is 2 grain, third block double of that is 4 grain, the fourth block double of that 8 grain, next 16 grain, and so on. बस this much I need. राजा ने सोचा, पागल आदमी. I thought he will ask me half of my country, or he thought he may ask any amount of resources. He thought he may ask so much of gold, or he may ask so much of this thing, other things. And this fellow, what he is asking merely this much of thing, that is grains. So king said, okay, go ahead, and they started playing, and the king lost. Then he said, he called his people and said कि भाई इसको जितना गेहूँ चाहिए दे दो. तो बोले no, not जितना चाहिए, as per our condition. So they started putting the wheat. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 500, 1026. Then gone on increasing, and by the time it reached mid of the board, his entire reserve of wheat is being put. Then the king realized that how fool he was. Otherwise, he used to think that my ministry is of no use. Bekoof hai ye, he used to lose every time. But when this thing had come, he actually understand that how brilliant he was. So the same way is that when we are culturing curd in a bowl full of milk, we are simply added 1 teaspoon of inoculum, that is the curd. 1 teaspoon may have some, say for example, 2 million bacteria, just for the example. Every 20 minutes, suppose their number increases, 2 million to 4 million to 8 million to 16 million to 32 million to 32 to 64, and then 128 and all. And by the time 6 hours, 8 hours when we keep our milk, this is, I am talking about the summer time, not of this time. So it is very cold and the number may not increase that much. Okay? So by the time 6 hours is there, our milk is set, and we have to keep it in the fridge to decrease, that is, the check the growth of lactobacillus. If we will not keep it in the fridge, the conditions are favorable, the number will go on increasing, and then the curd will become unfit for the human consumption, because so much of lactic acid will form, and all the protein of the milk, that will be spoiled, and that will be coagulated, and the water will be separated, and then you don't use that milk. Okay? The ideally you should have a certain amount of certain range of bacteria, so that the pH is limited. Okay, so that is the way. Okay, so you see these all places where the exponential growth are taking place, where the microbes are there, where the curd is formed, where the decomposition is taking place, where the mosquitoes are increasing, or where the houseflies are increasing, or where the seasonal grass and other plants and those were the season. If you remember, soon after the rainy season, you see so many frogs were there. Even they used to come in the classroom. Okay? So these are exponentially increasing, but they cannot go on increasing. They cannot go on increasing. Now you cannot say mosquitoes seasonal जो थे वो वहाँ तक ठीक है. Now frogs are not seasonal, so frog will automatically come to a limit. So that will be the logistic growth, about which we will study in the next class. That's all, children. Thank you. Good day.